Nancy drew upon her monoprint technique in her next series that we're going to see, which she calls Riffs. So, riff number one is actually a series of monoprints that she's pieced together. And you can see how she's created this line that looks very much like a railroad track. And Nancy talks about how, as a child, she used to go outside. She's one of 8 children, and her mom would shoo her outside to play. And she was always admonished to stay away from the railroad tracks. Her mother was very adamant that the kids not go near them. So it was a memory that really imprinted on Nancy's mind of the fear of the railroad tracks. And she talks about how laying in bed at night she would hear the whistle of the train, and for a long time felt like that train was just going to come roaring through her bedroom and run her over. So when she went back to that and created this series, she was really looking into that emotional time of her childhood. And in many ways, that's what Nancy talks about when she talks about her art. Is it's something inside of her, some force inside of her or memory inside of her, feeling that she simply must express. And as we've seen in many of the works in this show, she oftentimes works in series and goes back and tries to delve further and further into this motif or this style or whatever the series is about, to really grow personally from it and to really face whatever that image, that emotion is coming up. And I asked her how she knows when she's done, and she said she knows when she's done when she gets that emotional reaction to a piece, when it's been successful and it's expressing what she wants, then she knows it's done. Nancy uses her own hand dyed fabrics in her quilts, and she's really drawn to the color red, so you'll see a lot of red in these pieces. But she also used in some of these pieces kind of a shiny fabric versus a flat fabric, and created another dimension in the background behind the riff patterning with these two different ways that she produced her hand-dyed cotton fabrics.